Hello and welcome to Coffee and Bonsai with Tom. I've got an exciting video, actually a series of videos coming up. Basically, I have a lot of rough material that I've just been letting grow here. You can see this looks, quite healthy. It's been growing all summer. But I have a series of these plants, all very similar to this one. They're all variegated, Portulacaria afra. And I got them, oh, I don't know, maybe a year and a half ago, and I've just been growing them out. They spent the winter in my chiller, and I've just been waiting for them to get healthy. And so I cut them back a bit just to be able to get them on shelves and take care of them. But you can see they have a lot of long growth, and I haven't really done any styling on them. So I wouldn't call them pre-bonsai. Maybe they are, but some have a nice natural style. Some of them are kind of a disaster. And so I want to do a series of videos. We're in, well, I started actually pruning some of these in August, but I haven't done any of the editing, and I kind of want to do them all as a series of videos. I think I have 6 of these trees. So I think I'm going to work it that way, where I just kind of drop a bunch of these during the week, and you can see the whole collection of trees that I got in this batch. And I got these from it actually came in like a produce box from a from a landscaper in California, and I got a great deal on them. They were in rough shape, but they were all essentially cuttings that I kind of nursed back to health, and I think they're now ready to take the next step. And these are just great materials, and I want to get them kind of on their way and just do some primary pruning on these. We have a bit of the growing season left, so I should be able to get them, started here in, you know, very late summer and into fall. And then I did an experiment where I had one of these plants, which I call the mother tree. You may have seen it. I've had it in another video where I kept it warm over the winter, and that just worked out really well. So I'm going to keep all of these under lights and warm this winter, and I think they'll put on quite a bit of growth. So that's the plan. So stick with it. There'll probably be a series of 6 videos, and again, we're doing sort of structural, foundational pruning on these trees to have them take the next step, give them some style, and get them on their way to becoming nice bonsai. So here we go. Let's take a look at this tree. This one I like to call Dancer. You can see it's got a nice trunk. Kind of looks a bit like a dancer to me. It's got sort of a twin trunk, but yeah, I've never been all that crazy about this trunk in the front here. Although this could potentially be a front. You can obviously see the various branches there. But I find these two trunks don't really accentuate each other, right? It kind of looks like a slingshot. Uh, so I definitely want to lose one of them, and I have a strong leaning as to which one I want to take off. And I think, you know, I think if I take this off, it'll also even look more like a dancer. So I'm just going to snap this one off. These are really hard. I mean, I've pruned a lot of Portulacarias, and these ones are very, very hard. It's almost like they're woody. And boy, that's a beautiful cutting. Be a nice cascade. So I will save that, and we'll see what I do with that in the future. And I'm just going to clean this up a little. I found, you can take these in pretty close, and they heal quite nicely. I think this tree has a lot of potential. I'm very excited about it. I should mention these variegateds. They're beautiful. You get nice tight growth. I love the leaves, but they grow slowly. I mean, if you compare this to, I think I'll just do a little neatening up here. They grow very slowly, and that is just something you have to deal with these, but it's both a plus and a minus. There'll be less pruning. It'll hold its shape. I'm just going to shorten all these down to 1 or 2 sets of branches. I've done very little pruning on this at all. It took these a long time to recover. They were stumps, no roots, no leaves when I planted them, so I really wanted them to get healthy. But I think now's, as I said before, a good time to take him to the next level, and I think you can see already this is much more charming, kind of getting rid of that confusion of that extra branch and now just tightening up the overall shape and neaten things up to really highlight the trunk is just, a world of difference for this pre-bonsai already. Yeah, so I'm very happy with the direction. I'm just tightening things up. And, I told you my inspiration for this is sort of a dancer, maybe a ballet dancer. And boy, I think this pruning is, I mean, I can certainly see it. Hopefully you can too. I like to name all my trees. So I look at this, the top is it's kind of long and uninteresting here. So I'm thinking about just taking it off right here and having this be the new leader, which I think just cleans up a lot of issues and ugliness with this. And if you look at the rule of 1/3, I think that's about where I want the eventual top of this tree. So yeah, I'm gonna just take this off. Yeah, I mean that's much better. It's much more in proportion. As a tree, it has a nice triangular shape, and it looks even more like a dancer to me. So I think that's kind of it in terms of the major pruning. No more big cuts coming up here. Um, yeah, I'm really happy with this. I feel like we've set it off in a new direction. And, it's interesting, like this might be the front, if I'm going with because it sort of looks like a dancer with an arm extended, kind of leaning in and inviting you, even though, I don't have any back branches yet, but I think, I think this will come back strongly. I think it has a lot of roots, and I'm going to take really good care of it and let it grow all winter. It'll be interesting to see. It's always good to just kind of get rid of old stubs and stuff. And yeah, I am very very happy. I kind of wish I could have pruned it earlier, but you got to always worry about the health of the tree when you're working on it. It has a really nice sinewy shape, which I am just super excited about. So I think that's pretty much it for this tree. I definitely want to invite you to stick around. I'm going to label the titles like tree, 1 of X, so you can see them all in the series. And yeah, I'm curious to see how these will all turn out. And as a thought for the day, I think I'll go back to that. The health of the tree is just so important. Definitely, don't work on your trees if they're not healthy, with the exception of like an emergency repot or something. And I've even taken some if they're looking really sad, pull them out of the pot and stick them in some larger soil, whether it's a larger flower pot or garden bed or something, and just let them regain vigor and then pick it up again. And with that, I look forward to seeing you again. Thanks for spending time with me, and tune in for the next tree in this pre-bonsai heavy-duty pruning series.